Welcome to the Sauce and Gravy channel. Johnny Mac here, the gravy guy. In this recipe, I'm going to show you how to make a non-traditional teriyaki sauce. You can easily make this homemade from scratch recipe in the comfort of your own home with no alcohol. Yes, alcohol-free teriyaki. Let me quickly, step by step, show you how to make it. The prep work, it's fairly simple for this recipe. 4 cloves of garlic, remove their pesky skins, dice them, smash them into the board to release their oils, and if you have a garlic press, you don't even have to do this. That's all for the prep work. Round up a saucepan, drop in half of a cup or 100 grams of light brown sugar. At this point in the process, you want a cool pan, so if you just turned on the heat, your pan, it should be cool, work fast, drop that sugar in and the rest of the ingredients. Or you can wait to turn on the heat in just a few moments. But whatever you do, do not burn the sugar with a hot pan. The next ingredient, 1 cup of soy sauce, 250 milliliters, drop it in. I'm using low sodium soy, however you can use regular soy if you like. If you'd like to reduce the sodium level, dilute the soy with water. For example, you can use half a cup or 125 milliliters of soy and half a cup or 125 milliliters of water. Round up some rice vinegar. It's the next ingredient, 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters. If you haven't turned the burner on quite yet, you can now turn it on to medium heat. Snag a spoon, give it all a stir to help dissolve that sugar into the liquid. Run over to the spice rack, get some ground ginger, half of a teaspoon. Fresh, finely minced or grated ginger does the job as well. However, I'm kind of partial to the ground ginger. I think it works best. Add your 4 minced cloves of garlic. This recipe also happens to be in the Sauce and Gravy channel cookbook, Sauces Made Simply. I'll put links in the description section below as well as on the Sauce and Gravy channel if you'd like to round up a copy. The last ingredient for this portion of the recipe, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. So now in the sauce making process, you want your burner to be over medium heat, give it all a stir, bring it to a simmer, and once it starts to simmer, you want to cook it for roughly about a minute. But while you're waiting for it to come to a simmer, you can make your cornstarch slurry. Add 4 tablespoons of water, that's about 60 milliliters, to 3 tablespoons or 24 grams of cornstarch. This is what's going to make your sauce nice and thick. Stir it, make sure it's well combined, put it to the side, we'll get back to it a little bit later. Great work, the sauce is starting to come to a simmer. Cook it for 1 minute, and then we'll drop in that thickening agent, the cornstarch slurry. Give the cornstarch a quick mix before you drop it in. If you use all of the cornstarch, it's going to be a very thick glaze. If you'd like a thinner sauce, drop a small portion of the cornstarch slurry in, bring it to a simmer, check the thickness. If it's not as thick as you like, keep on repeating the process until it's the desired thickness. For this recipe, I'm going for a glaze or a dipping sauce so it's nice and thick. And check it out, super thick, turned off the heat. We're ready to move on to the next step. This step is optional, however it does bring some texture and a nice look to the sauce. 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, toasted. Round up a high-sided sauté pan, drop in 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds over high heat. Frequently stir the sesame seeds. The goal is to turn these guys a touch of brown over heat. Once it starts to turn brown, remove the heat, keep stirring. There's a lot of residual heat left in the pan that will finish these guys off. Whatever you do, don't walk away. This happens really quick and you do not want to burn the sesame seeds. Check it out. This is what you should be shooting for. So once you reach this point, then you can dump these guys directly into the teriyaki sauce. And that's pretty much it. Just throw these guys in off heat, mix them in, and there's only one thing left to do. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching the Sauce and Gravy channel. If you found this recipe helpful, hit that like button. And if you're not part of the Sauce and Gravy community just quite yet, smash that subscribe button and hit the all notifications bell to stay tuned to the latest and greatest sauce making tips and techniques. Thanks again, and remember, it's just you, me, and the sauces. Keep whisking, y'all.